Attention college football fans. There is a new epidemic sweeping across the country over the past 5 days. Clemson derangement syndrome. This is a very serious disease and should not be taken lightly. The people who are affected by Clemson derangement syndrome include, but are not limited to, the following: Gamecock fans, millennials, window lickers, Ryan Day, SEC homers, Big Ten homers, Big 12 refugees, fans of teams who've been blown out by Dabo Swinney, men who wear skinny jeans, the Taliban, people who drive slow in the left lane, Falcons fans, Typer trolls, beta males, bandwagon Clemson fans, Hugh Freeze's mistress, Dan Mullen's dance instructor, men who drink lattes, the average casual college football fan, and white guys who use the N-word. If you think you may be a victim of Clemson derangement syndrome, you may want to look out for some of the following symptoms: confusion, inability to grow facial hair, loss of concentration, bloody nose, excessive drooling, the uncontrollable urge to slap yourself, loose stool, coughing up semen, bloodshot eyes from crying, hair loss, domestic violence, heavy mouth breathing, tiny penis, itchy butthole, low sperm count, elevated levels of estrogen, no job, no girlfriend, no money, no friends, and a general feeling of hopelessness. Man, you would think somebody like me who's a Clemson fan would be distraught and upset over the past 5 days after a narrow loss to a top 5 Georgia team. But the internet and cable TV is the gift that keeps on giving for your boy. I'm a glass half full type of guy. And whether it's ESPN's so-called expert analysts, YouTube typer trolls, the Twitter brigade, all of these people have come out questioning whether or not Clemson is still elite after a close loss to a top 5 Georgia team. Well, I'm willing to listen to this argument. The problem is they're telling me Clemson's not elite after losing week 1 to Georgia, but they can't tell me if Clemson's not elite, what constitutes elite, and who is elite. These are the same people that run around every single season, these casual college football fans, and say that the only elite team every year, the only good team every season, is the one that wins the national championship. Everybody else is trash. So tell me what constitutes elite. Does making 6 consecutive playoffs, the only team in the country to make 6 consecutive playoffs, and on top of that win multiple national championships? Alabama's won multiple national championships in the playoff era, but they haven't made 6 consecutive playoffs. As a matter of fact, I heard the same thing. This is very familiar sounding to me. After the 2018 national championship, when Clemson curb stomped the Crimson Tide 44-16, and then the following season, 2019, Alabama failed to make the playoffs altogether. What was the narrative then? Alabama's no longer elite. Nick Saban's too old. He can't keep coordinators. This is the end of the run for the Crimson Tide. This all sounds very familiar to me. But again, if Clemson's not elite after a loss to a top 5 team who couldn't score an offensive touchdown against them. Tell me who is elite. Is it just Alabama? Is Alabama the only elite out of 130 Division I football teams in America? Is Alabama the only elite team? Oklahoma, they can't be considered elite. They've been in the playoffs multiple times and haven't won a single playoff game. Ohio State, they struggled against Minnesota. Oklahoma almost lost to Tulane. I mean, can I go down the list? I mean, who else, if those teams can't be considered elite, who else can be? Oregon looked terrible. LSU lost to UCLA. Georgia can't be elite either because they only had a narrow 7-point victory against a non-elite team. All of you Clemson's no longer elite people are going to be extremely disappointed. You're going to be extremely disappointed not only this season, but next season, the season after that, the season after that, the season after that. The thing that makes teams elite is consistency over a long period of time and winning at a high level over a long period of time. And all of that comes from mainly two things: coaching and recruiting. Unless Dabo Swinney packs up his bags and heads out somewhere else sometime in the next few years, and all of a sudden they stop their highest recruiting clip in the history of the program, you trolls and casual college football fans are going to be mighty, mighty disappointed. This loss to Georgia might be the best thing that's ever happened to your boy here. This is great. I'm loving every minute of it. It exposes the casual fan, and it exposes the mouth breathers. One thing is for sure. You, listener, viewer, commenter, you are elite. Thank you.